Meanwhile, South Africa's ban on the sale of alcohol was lifted for home consumption when the country moved into level 3 of the 5-tier coronavirus lockdown. And South Africa's brewers and winemakers complained that the ban severely affected their businesses. Social media posts showed people who had braved the morning chill cheering as buyers emerged with their bottles. So we're joined now via Skype by Jonah Naidoo. He's co-owner of Dry Dog. For more insights really on this particular discussion on the sale of alcohol. Good afternoon to you, Mr. Naidoo. Thank you so much for joining us here on the SABC News channel. So let's just talk about how the 8-week ban had affected the alcohol industry.
Good afternoon, Palesa. Of course, it's been a tough 2 months not being able to retail, sell any alcohol, and service our clients. And it's not just been retailers, it's been small producers, any producer of liquor in this industry. Wine producers haven't been able to export to the global markets. So it's been a tough time for the industry.
So what have your observations been since the ban was lifted as of the 1st of June? What has it been like in terms of perhaps customer sentiments and sales?
Wow, the customer sentiment has been just amazing. People have responded positively. The community of parkers from which we operate in, we were just packing boxes and people have been ecstatic to see us back in action and happy to support us. And I think people have diminished their cellars, their collections of liquor, they're into their premium liquor. So they actually want to replenish their stocks. And they've been cooking and baking and obviously pairing that with wine and liquor at home. So they can't wait to restock.
Yeah, but I think a reality is that a lot of people enjoy their drinks on weekends. As it is Saturday today, many are at home enjoying their bottles of wines or spirits or whatever they take. And now with the new regulations that alcohol sale is only permitted on Monday to Thursdays between 10 and 5 p.m. So do you not think that will sort of have an impact on sales?
Of course, it's going to have an impact on sales. We've lost three days of the week, and perhaps our busiest for the entire market. So it's going to have a negative impact on sales. And we're seeing all around us that the small independent stores, all retailers, and the producers themselves are struggling at this time with the shortened week. But I think a spin-off of the shortened times and COVID social distancing has meant that there's been increased adoption of online sales. And that has helped the entire industry, I think, as people migrated online.
All right, so President Ramaphosa was in the Western Cape yesterday, and at the end of his tour to the province, he said that COVID-19, on the other hand, has sort of unleashed the many opportunities that the country had never experienced. Talk to us about how this COVID-19 was perhaps able to transform your business.
Well, I think we knew that the impact of COVID and the subsequent lockdown would have a negative impact on the economy. So we, in the 2 months that we were out of work, essentially, we started working with all our suppliers and reaching out to the smaller producers to make sure on the other side of lockdown, we were able to offer our customers better value for money across the board. This was a harsh economic time. But also, one of the things that we've been able to do is start virtual wine tastings. That brought us very close to our community that we were out of touch with. Our customers were able to engage with the winemakers in a very informal and fun way on a Friday afternoon. That translated into better sales for our business and many other retailers than the physical store offering would traditionally do. So I think the spin-off for us has been good. I think generally, I think we can talk about e-commerce and the adoption of it has been good for the entire industry, not just liquor, but for all types of retail.
But on the other hand, Mr. Naidoo, I think we were reporting yesterday of a number of incidents already when it comes to social ills contributed to by the consumption of alcohol. Some people saying that we've started to see a number of social ills again happening. We've started to see a number of crashes happening as a result of drunken driving, assault cases, and authorities saying that now hospital beds will be occupied by people who misused alcohol instead of people who are perhaps suffering from COVID-19. So on the other hand, as much as this is good news for yourselves as business people, but it looks like some part of society is not really happy about this lifting of the ban on the sale of alcohol, saying that it's contributing towards a whole lot of social ills.
No, we agree totally with that sentiment that that it has a negative impact. We are very aware of the impact that this has on the ER, ICU, hospital facilities. We're very much aware of that. But I think we can all agree that alcohol abuse is a wider societal issue that existed before the pandemic and will exist after that. What we can least afford in a country with perhaps the highest unemployment and the most horrific youth unemployment stats, we cannot afford any further job losses. So a blanket banning of alcohol sales will help no one. It will not help job creation. It doesn't help our unemployment at all. What we are calling for, rather, is a urgent and really swift action between government, business, and our social partners to find really quick solutions to what is a real societal issue that we do have. And it's something that we can't deny that exists.
All right, Mr. Naidoo, that's where we'll leave it for today. Thank you so much for coming through. Jonah Naidoo is the co-owner of Dry Dogs, talking to us about the lift on the ban of alcohol sale in South Africa and how has that impacted on their businesses.